Hello, dear DSC candidates. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I'm Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I'm going to explain the grammar questions given in the 2014 DSC School Assistant question paper. I therefore request all of you to watch this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request all of you to consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with all your near and dear ones. Thank you so much. And now let's get into the video. 71st question. What is the 71st question? Identify the correct suffix for the words given below. What are the words and what are the suffixes given below? And let us see how to match them, okay, meaningfully and grammatically also. Right, and here word is there. These are the words and these are the suffixes, right? Doubt and high, these are the two words. And what is the suffix to be used with this? Means doubtness, you don't say. Doubtful, you say. Okay, that's why doubt, that means this two, with the two we use this doubtful. Okay, you don't say doubtment also, you don't say, only doubtful you say. High is there, highness, okay, highness you say, okay, and highful you don't say, high meant you also you don't say. So this suffix is used with this and this suffix is used with this. So therefore let me say B. So here let us look at the options and choose the correct answer. Right, and A2, okay, B3 no, A3, okay, A3 no, B2 no, A2, this one, and B1. Okay, so this third one is the right one. First one, second one, third, fourth one are wrong, and only the third one is the right answer. Now let's go on to the next question. What is the next question? Identify the synonym of the word very small. Very small is a phrase actually. So what is the synonym of that? Okay, let us see that here. Let us look at the options. Tiny, the very first one is the right option because tiny means very small. So microscopic is also there. Microscopic means invisible, that you cannot see with your naked eyes. So very small. This is only very small, but this way microscopic means very small, that you cannot see with your naked eyes. So that's why that's called invisible also, and therefore this cannot become the synonym to this very small. Okay, gigantic is there, very huge is there, and insignificant means unimportant. So in this way, second one is wrong, third one is wrong, fourth one is wrong, only the first one is the right answer. Okay, this is how we have to answer the questions. Now let's move on to other questions. 73rd question is there. Which of the following words does not come under medicinal plants? Okay, so which doesn't come under the medicinal plants? So let us look at the options first. What are the options? Ginger. Ginger is a medicinal plant. Okay. Neem is a medicinal plant. Okay. Garlic is a medicinal plant. All of you know pretty well about these three things. And this palm is not what? A medicinal plant. So therefore, this is the right option here and all others are wrong. Here the question is does not come under medicine. So ginger comes under a medicinal plant. It is used in the treatment of colds, nausea, arthritis, hypertension. It is there. Neem is there. It is always used in the infections and dental problems, etc. And this garlic is there. Garlic is used for cholesterol reduction. So these three are medicinal plants. This one is not the medicinal plant. So therefore your answer is going to be the fourth one. And now let's move on to the next question. 74th one. What is color azure? Azure, everybody knows. Azure means blue sky. Sky blue is called the azure. So what should be the answer? Red, no. Sky blue is the right one. Green, no. Yellow, no. Only the second one is going to be your answer. And now let's move on to the other questions. 75th one. Identify the antonym of harmony. Harmony. Harmony means, first of all, you know the meaning of this. Harmony means tranquility. Tranquility. Calmness of mind. Okay. Calmness of mind is nothing but tranquility, right? Okay, that is the meaning of this harmony. And let us see the opposite of this harmony. Okay, right. What are the options given here? Let us see that peace is nothing but harmony. Tranquility, harmony. Calmly, harmony. Disturbance, this is the right one. That is the opposite of this harmony. Okay, peace, tranquility, calmly are the synonyms of this word harmony, and this one is going to be the antonym of this harmony. Therefore, your answer is going to be the third one. So therefore, first one is wrong, second one is wrong, fourth one is wrong, and only the third one is the right one. Okay, right. And now let's move on to the next question. Read the sentence. Okay, he's asking you to read the sentence. What is that? Hira Chand told about what had happened. So under this statement, this part is marked as A part, this part is marked as B part and C part. Okay, right. And what is the examiner asking you to do? Which words tells us about the earlier action? Which of these two? Hira Chand told is the first action, and what had happened is the second action. Of these two actions, which action happened earlier than the other? So if you look at this, Hira Chand told later, and this action happened earlier than this. Okay, this is the first past action, this is the second past action. This happened earlier, this happened later. So here he is asking you to indicate the earlier action in the sentence. What is that? AC wrong. Okay, C is wrong. BC, this B part and C part, what had happened? This part is marked as a B and C. So this part is the right option, and first part, second part, fourth part are wrong. So your answer is going to be the third one. And now let's move on to the next question. 77th question. Read the sentence. Okay, again the examiner is asking you to read the sentence. What is the sentence? I can recall those happy events. This is the statement. We have read the sentence, right? What is the examiner asking you to do? The word underlined, this is the word underlined, and I have given it in red color also. The word underlined shows, what does this can show? You know very well. Can is what? A modal auxiliary. What is that? A modal auxiliary. Okay, a modal auxiliary. So what is this modal auxiliary used for, or what does this modal auxiliary indicate? So this modal auxiliary always indicates the present ability. Okay, belief, no. Conviction, belief means conviction. Belief is nothing but conviction. Conviction is nothing but belief. So these are not the right. Determination, strong decision is called determination. Okay, and ability, this can always indicates the present ability, and could is there, this indicates the past ability. Of course, this also indicates the ability, but past ability, this indicates the present ability. Okay, present ability, right? This is that. Therefore, your answer is going to be the third one, not the first one, second one, fourth one, right? And now let's move on to the next question. What is that? 78th one. Vimala likes singing, she likes dancing. These are the two statements given here, and what is the examiner asking you to do? Identify the correct sentence if you combine the above sentences. When you combine these two statements together, how does that sentence look like? That is the question he has posed to you. And now let us look at the options. Vimala likes singing and as well as dancing. No, here and is used as well as. These two are the coordinating conjunctions, and they are wrongly used in that sentence, and this is quite ungrammatical, right? So that's why this is wrong, right? Vimala likes singing but dancing. Okay, but is there singing? But so here Vimala likes singing, Vimala likes dancing. So but dancing, like singing but dancing too. No. Vimala likes singing and she likes, no. Here, Vimala likes dancing and singing. This fourth one is going to be the right option. Actually, this should have been like this. Vimala likes first singing, then dancing, but in reverse, no. Whatever it is, Vimala likes singing and dancing, or dancing and singing. And you can also say Vimala likes what? Dancing as well as singing. That is also correct. Vimala likes both singing and dancing. That's right. Vimala likes not only dancing but also singing. So in this way, you can join these two statements with and, okay, with as well as, with both and with not only but also. So these are all what the coordinating conjunctions use it for addition. Simply adding two statements together. So here we are just adding these two statements together. So I'm going to upload very shortly one video. In that video, all very important grammatical items are being covered. Please, you watch that. Next video itself is that one. Please try to watch that till the end, and you understand all the grammatical aspects that are going to be given in the competitive examination. Okay, and right, and first one, second one, third one are wrong. Only the fourth one is the right option. And now let's move on to the next question. 79th question. What do you say when you see a man who is 8 feet tall? When you find a man who is 8 feet tall, generally 6 feet tall means, you just express your surprise. 6.5 express surprise, 7 express surprise, and 8 feet tall means what? 8 feet tall means you definitely express your surprise. And what do you then do? What do you then say? How tall he is? This is the right one. The very first one is the right one. How tall is he? Wrong. How tall she is? Wrong. When this is the man, not she, that's why this is wrong. How big is he? Wrong. You don't say big. So since you have used big, this is wrong. Since you have used she here, it is wrong. And here it is given in the reverse side. Actually, whenever you express, whenever you write the exclamatory sentence, okay, exclamatory sentence, they generally begin with the what or how. Okay, they generally, exclamatory sentences begin with either what or how. And what will be the sentence pattern or sentence order means, here see, how tall he is, exclamation mark. This should be in the right sentence. That means, he is, the actual sentence is like this: he is very tall. Since he is very tall, you have got this kind of a surprise. This is the right sentence. He is very tall. Since he is very tall, you are getting some kind of surprise. You are becoming surprised. That is there. How tall he is. You see, one more example. How clever she is. Don't say how clever is she. It's not a question. Therefore, you heard how clever she is. Okay. Let me give you one more example. How beautiful the baby is. See, don't say how beautiful is the baby. Don't say how beautiful the baby is, how clever she is, how tall he is. Here, when you turn it into a normal sentence, you have to use, how clever she is means what? She is very clever. Since she is very clever, you have got this kind of feeling. Since he is very tall, you have got this feeling. Since he is very beautiful, you have got the feeling the baby is very beautiful. So in this way, these are all exclamatory sentences. This is the right order, not this one. That's why this is wrong. Second one, third one, fourth one, okay, are wrong. Only the first one is the right one. And now let's move on to the next question. Identify the correct word that can fill in the blank in the sentence. Okay, some blank is given. You have to fill in the blank with a suitable option. What is that suitable option? So the miller dash, this is the dash, his son onto the donkey. The miller dash his son onto the donkey, right? That's the statement. And in this statement, some blank is given. And what are the options given here? Lift. This lift is wrong. The miller lift his son. Don't say lift. This is wrong. Lifting, wrong. Lifts, this is correct, because the sentence is going to be in the simple present, and that's why you say the miller lifts his son onto the donkey. He lifts his son onto the donkey. Lifts must be, since this comes under he, third person singular, and therefore beside the verb you have to use what? Yes, okay, lift, okay, lifts, okay. He lifts his son. Lift is wrong. Lifting, if you want to use lifting, there must be used either is, the miller is lifting, you have to say. Here, lifters, this is absolutely wrong. So first one, second one, fourth one are absolutely wrong, and only the third one is going to be your right answer. Okay, because the sentence is in the simple present tense. In the simple present tense, in the third person singular. Third person means he, she, it. Miller comes under he. So after this he, you must use a verb plus yes. You must use a verb with yes after it. So lift plus yes, that becomes lifts. Okay. He comes, he drinks, he plays, he reads. You don't say he read, he drink. You don't say, because it is the specialty of the simple present. In the third person singular, the verb takes yes after it. Okay, therefore lift plus yes, lifts. Therefore this is the right one, and you know very well about that. Let's move on to other questions. 81st question. What is the 81st question? Identify the two words or phrases which can fill in the blanks in the sentence. Again, it is a question about filling in the blanks. Okay, what is the statement given here? He dash when the bell dash. So first blank is no, this is the second blank. What to be used in this first blank? What to be used in the second blank? He dash when the bell dash. That is there. So what are the options given here? Let us say writing is there. He writing, you don't say. Okay, he writing, you don't say. He was right, you don't say. After was, there must be an ing form verb. So in this way, if the first one is gone, means the automatically the second one is also gone. Ranged is not there. Said this is wrong. Okay, this is right, of course, this is wrong. That's why this is gone. So third one is there. Was writing, again ranked is there. This is wrong, therefore this is also wrong. So was writing is okay, but ranked is not okay here, because the forms here are ring, okay, ring, ringing, okay, present participle form, rang and rung, okay, rang. Ring, ringing, rang, rung. These are the verb forms. Present tense form, present participle form. Past tense form, past participle form. All of you know very well about these forms. And here, ranged is no more, not at all. The right one is not ungrammatical, right? And that's why first one, second one, third one are absolutely gone. And only the fourth one is there. Was writing, okay. Rang is also okay, right? And here it should be in the small letter, okay. This fourth one is the right one, because he was writing when the bell rang. That means, so this is in the simple past, this is in the past continuous. Was writing is past continuous, rang is simple past. You know, I have told you about this in some other video, that these two things go together always. Wherever there is past continuous, there must be in the other part of the sentence simple past tense. Okay, this always goes along with this. This always goes with this. Therefore, we can say past continuous and simple past will go together. Where there is simple past, there is past continuous. Where there is past continuous, there is simple past. So in that way, we can also say that. So here, this is okay, and your answer is going to be the fourth one. And now let's move on to the next question. Read the sentence. What is the sentence? I must stop at the traffic lights. That is a simple statement given. And what is the examiner asking you to do? Here, the underlined word, this must is there. Must is again what? Must is what? A modal auxiliary. What are the modal auxiliaries? Should do, would do, can, could do, may, might, must. These are all modal auxiliaries. Of course, shall, will are also modal auxiliaries, right? So, underlined word, this is a modal auxiliary, right? What does this must show in this sentence? Must always indicates, what is that? Compulsion. It indicates a duty, something like that. So, obligation or duty, compulsion. So this the very first one is the right one. And possibility, no, may indicates the possibility. And necessity, of course, it also indicates necessity. Okay, but here in this sentence, this word is indicating or showing only obligation. It is your duty to stop at the traffic lights. It is a compulsory thing for you to stop at the traffic lights, and therefore in this sentence, this must is indicating obligation and compulsion. So that's why the first one is the right one, second one is wrong, third one is wrong. Ability means, you know, again can or could will indicate ability. So second one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the first one is going to be your answer. And now let's move on to the next question. 83rd one, identify the passive form of the sentence. What is the passive form of the sentence? Passive form means he must have given you the sentence in the active voice. What is that active voice sentence? Let us see that. Everyone in the village liked whip. So if you observe this sentence, you find that this sentence is in the simple past tense. Everyone is the subject. Of course, everyone in the village, this is the subject part. Liked Rip. So liked whom? Rip. This is the object. Okay. This is the verb. This is the subject. This is the object. So now you have found this these three parts. Okay, this is the simple past. Whenever you change the simple past into passive voice, you must use was or were according to the object. If the object is singular, you must use was. If the object is plural, you must use were. That is the point. Please watch my video made on the active voice and passive voice. It's a very beautiful one. I have given all the examples, all the methods. No point is left out in that video. Please watch that video. Right. Okay. Now you bring that rip to the. Let us do it on our own first of all. Rip. This, since it is in the past tense, we have to use was. Rip was liked. Okay. By the preposition by everyone in the village. So this must be your answer. Rip was liked by everyone in the village. So you bring the object to the front position. According to this object, we have to use the helping verb. What is the helping verb? Generally, if you change the simple past into passive voice, what do? You use was or were according to the object. If the object is singular, you use was. If the object is plural, you use were. But here the object is singular, therefore you have used was. And afterwards, liked. The past participle form of this verb must be used. Of course, past tense verb is liked and past participle form of the verb is also liked, and therefore you may not find any difference between these two. But the thing is, this is the past participle form of this verb. This is the past tense verb. This is the past participle form of the verb, the fourth form of the verb. After writing this verb, you have to use the preposition by, and afterward the subject should be placed at the end. So simple. Rip was liked by everyone in the village. And now let us look at the options given. Rip liked everyone. No. Rip was liked by everyone. The second one is the right one. Everyone liked Rip. No. Rip was being liked. No. First one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the second one is the right one. Now let's go to the next question. 84th one. Identify the correct set of words to fill in the blank in the sentence. Again, he is asking you to fill in the blank with suitable words. What are the options given here? Let us see. If you do not water the plant, of course, if you don't water the plant, or if you do not water the plant, and what should be used in this blank. So remember, if you look at this sentence, and if you observe this sentence, you find that this sentence is beginning with if. So whenever the sentence begins with if, how far is this sentence? Up to this comma. So this is called the if clause part. Okay, if clause part. Okay, when there is an if clause part, there must be the main clause part. Okay, the main clause part. What should be the main clause part? But if you want to choose the main clause part, you must look at this if clause part carefully. What is that? Do not is there. Do not means simple present. Whenever there is simple present in the if clause part, there must be used in the main clause part a sentence with shall or will or can or may. Okay, that must be there, and preferably will. This point I have made it clear in so many videos. Okay, here there is simple present, and here there must be used a sentence with will. So what are the options given here? It would. Okay, would is given wrong. It will. This is the right one. Can wrong. It will had died. No, will had died is ungrammatical. So here in the if clause part there is simple present. Whenever there is simple present in the if clause part, there must be used in the main clause part a sentence with will or shall or can or may, preferably will. So if you don't water the plant, what happens? It will die. You cannot say it can die. This is meaningless. You can say, but it is meaningless. Okay, that's why this is also eliminated. So first one, third one, fourth one, these options are eliminated. Only the second option is correct one. Okay, now let's move on to other questions. 85th question. Identify the correct pair of words that can fill the two blanks in the sentence. Okay, again it's a question all about filling the blanks. Okay, Mohan has dash friends dash school. So two blanks are given. What to be used in these two blanks? And now let us look at the options and choose the right answer. Mohan has many friends at school. The very first one is the right one. Many friends at school. You have to say Mohan has many friends at school, and you cannot say much near. Okay, you cannot say that. Much indicates quantity. You cannot use quantity. Friends is a plural noun, so it's a plural noun. Therefore, it is not quantity. Much is used to indicate quantity. Therefore, friends is not that quantity. Therefore, this option is wrong. Near is also wrong. When this is wrong, automatically the complete set is wrong. A little also indicates quantity. Therefore, this is wrong. Lot of also indicates a quantity. It also indicates quantity. So, second one, third one, fourth one are wrong, and only this first one is the right one, because many indicates number. Therefore, many friends at school, you have to say. Therefore, the first one is the right one. And now let's move on to the next question. 86th one. Identify the correct pair of words or phrases that can fill in the blank in the sentences. Again, it's a question about filling in the blanks. Okay. Father to son. Your exams dash. Okay, blank is given. Are you studying dash? Two blanks are given. What to be used in these two blanks? Let us look at the options. Nearing. Your exams nearing. No. Exams are nearing must be there. Only nearing is there. That's why grammatically incorrect, and that's why this is gone. Are approaching. Your exams are approaching. The second one is the right one. Are you studying seriously? This is also right one. The second one is right. Your exams are approaching. Are you studying seriously? So this must be your correct option, correct answer. And your exams coming. Don't say your exams coming. Do you say your exams coming? Your exams are coming, you must say at least. So helping verb is not there. This is wrong. Your exams are soon. No, verb is not there. Are soon. Your exams are soon. You cannot say your exams are soon going to take place or something like that. Some verb should be there, but this verb is not there. That's why this is wrong. So first one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the second one is the right one. And now let's move on to other questions. 87th one. Identify the correct sentence. So you have to choose the correct sentence. What are the options given here? Sidhu is heaviest boy in the group. This is wrong, because before this superlative degree adjective, the definite article is missing. Since it is missing, now this sentence is grammatically incorrect. You should say Sidhu is the heaviest boy in the group, but the is missing here, and that's why this is wrong. Raghava is older as. After this older, than must be used, but not as, and therefore this is also wrong. Okay. Harni is not so tall as Prem. This is absolutely correct. Not so is there. Tall, positive degree adjective, and as. Not so tall as Prem. Okay, Harni is not so tall as Prem, and that's why this is right. And Vamshi is tall as, so as is there, but here one more as is to be used, not so or as. Okay, you can say Vamshi is as tall as Ramana. Vamshi is not so tall as Ramana. So here some not so or so is missing, and that's why this is also wrong. So first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the third one is the right sentence. Okay, grammatically correct sentence, right? And now let's go to the next question. 88th one. Identify the correct set of words to complete the sentence. Again, he's asking you to choose the correct set of words. Okay, let us look at the sentence. This is the book. Okay, some next part, what should be used there? This is the which I got from grandpa. The very first one is the right one. The book, which is a relative pronoun, and this refers to this book. Book is the antecedent. Which is used for things, and therefore this is the book which I got from grandpa. This is therefore right. And here this who is there. Who is also a relative pronoun. It refers to only persons, but book is not a person, and that's why this is wrong. Where I read stories, no. When I got, no. So second one, third one, fourth one are absolutely wrong, and only the first one is the right one. And now let's move on to other questions. 89th question. Identify the sentence which contains a gerund. Gerund. First of all, try to understand this gerund. Gerund is called a verbal noun. Verbal. Gerund means verbal noun. That means it is a half verb and a half noun. So therefore it is called a verbal noun. That means this takes its birth in a verb and acts as a noun. So for example, swim is there. Swim is in fact a verb, but whenever it is used, it becomes swimming. It is now what? A gerund. So that means a gerund takes its birth in a verb and acts as a noun. Okay, it comes out from a verb, but acts as a noun, and therefore gerund is therefore called a verbal noun. Sing. Sing is a verb, of course, and here is singing. It's a verbal noun, gerund. And therefore, then these things are used. Don't think they are present participle verbs, because they are not present participle verbs, because they are working as nouns. Singing is my hobby. Here, singing is working as a noun. Swimming is good for health, is a good exercise. So this is being used as a noun. So whenever these informed verbs are used as nouns, then they are called gerunds. They are not then called present participle verbs. They are not called so. Please, now let us look at the options. She has been learning, so learning is there. This is the present participle form of the verb, because it is used with a helping verb, that is has been. Therefore, here it is not a gerund, right? I saw him smoking. So here it is used after this main verb smoking. This is therefore present participle verb, and therefore this is not a gerund. And here smoking is injurious to health. So here the smoking is there, though it looks like a present participle verb, but it is here working as a noun. Smoking, pogatraguta, is injurious to health. So this ing-form verb, it looks like an ing-form verb or a present participle form verb, but it is acting like a noun, and therefore here it is. This is called a gerund. So third one is the right one. Why are you standing? Again, here standing is a present participle verb, and it is used with a helping verb. See, all the present participle verbs will be used with helping verbs, okay, and they are also used after the main verb, like this. I saw him smoking. I saw him when he was smoking. That is the meaning here. See, if you elaborate this sentence, what happened? I saw him when he was smoking. That's why present participle, present participle, present participle. Only in this sentence, this smoking, this ing-form verb is acting like a noun, and therefore it is a gerund. Okay, your answer is therefore going to be the third one, right? And now let's go to the next question. 90th question. Identify the correct question tag for the statement. What is the statement? And what should be the correct question tag? Let us look at the options are given. I have met you before. So this is the statement. For this statement, what should be the question tag? Let us look at the options. Haven't I? Haven't I is there? Haven't I? And always a question tag is followed by a question mark. So here in the first one is the right one, but question tag is not there. Only full stop is there. That's why this is wrong. Second one is right. Haven't I? Question tag is there, followed by a question mark, right? And didn't I? No. Isn't it? No. So only the second one is there. I have met you before. Haven't I? Okay. Now let's move on to the other questions. 91 to 94. Read the following passage. Okay. You have to read the given passage carefully, and after that you have to answer the given questions, and after only whenever you understand the passage thoroughly well, you can answer those questions, because the questions are a little bit confusing, right? And I'll read this passage for you. Please listen to this passage carefully, because I cannot come back to this passage once again, because these are all PowerPoint slides. I cannot come back to this passage, okay? And therefore listen to the meaning of this passage very carefully, right? What is the passage? It's a very beautiful passage. A passenger named Ravi, the passenger's name is Ravi, was traveling from Shimla to Delhi. You can easily understand that. I need not explain all the things. He had a box of 30 apples in his luggage. Okay, he was carrying a box of 30 apples with him. Okay, the conductor asked him to pay for the luggage, for the apples. So whenever you are carrying heavy luggage, okay, the conductor will generally ask you for the luggage ticket. He will ask you to take a ticket for that luggage also. And Ravi argued that the apples were given to him by his friend in Shimla for the members of his family. Then this Ravi said, sir, these apples were just gifted to me. They were given me by my friend, and I'm taking them for members of the family. In his opinion, he thought that conductor must be asking him to take the ticket, thinking he was an apple seller, something like that. And that's why he is giving an explanation that they were given to him by his friend in Shimla for the members of his family. He also said they were not for sale in Delhi. He was not going to sell them, and he was not a not an apple seller. He was not going to sell them in Delhi. That's what he said to the conductor. The conductor did not listen. But the conductor did not listen. He insisted on payment of 100 as a luggage fare. He asked him to pay 100 rupees towards luggage charge. Okay. Ravi repeated his argument. The conductor repeated his demand. So both were exchanging, arguments, and he repeated the same argument. The conductor repeated the same demand. Stopped the bus and asked Ravi to get out. And what does the conductor do? So generally the conductors will immediately stop the bus, and he will ask the so-called passengers to get off the bus. Okay, so the same thing here the conductor has done, right? Just then a clever passenger took Ravi's permission and distributed the apples to 30 passengers on the bus. And what did he do? So one of the co-passengers took Ravi's permission, and he distributed the 30 apples to each and every one of the 30 passengers in that bus. There were 30 passengers in the bus. So he distributed these 30 apples to each one of them. Okay. 30 apples, 30 passengers. Okay. Now with one passenger, there is one apple. Okay. Now that is not going to be a problem of luggage and all that. Okay. So the dispute ended. The conductor could not say anything but start the bus. And then the conductor could not say anything because the luggage was distributed among all the passengers. And that's why it is not called a luggage. Because, if the inspecting authorities come there, they will not they will not find fault with the conductor. Okay. So that's why the problem is over. The dispute ended. The conductor could not say anything but start the bus. When the bus reached Delhi, the passenger put all the apples into the box and Ravi took them home. And when the bus reached Delhi, what happened? All the passengers, after getting off the bus, put the apples in that box, and the box was now full of apples, 30 apples. Now happily this Ravi went home. Okay, this is all about a small passage. Okay, right. And now let us answer the questions given under this passage. Okay, now answer the following questions correctly to show your comprehension and to show that you have thoroughly understood the whole passage. Now you answer the questions given below in a correct way or correctly. So what is the first question? Why did the conductor ask Ravi to buy a luggage ticket? Because he thought. Why did the conductor ask Ravi to buy a luggage ticket? Why did he ask? Because he thought. What should be the right one here? Let us look at the option. Ravi would give him 1 or 2 apples. No, Ravi was carrying a lot of apples. He was carrying, if you carry just 3 or 4 or 5 apples, that doesn't make any big difference. But when you carry a lot of apples, what happens? No, then there will arise a problem. And that's why Ravi was carrying a lot of apples, and that's why the conductor asked Ravi to buy a luggage ticket. Okay, this is going to be the right option. Apples should not be carried by passengers. No. Ravi was an apple seller. No. So first one, third one, fourth one are wrong, and only the second one is the right option. And now let's go to the next question. 92nd one. The dispute arose because. The dispute means the quarrel. The quarrel arose between this Ravi and the conductor because why? Because Ravi was not willing to buy a luggage ticket. So that is only the right one. Ravi does not like to buy a luggage ticket. That is why a quarrel arose between this Ravi and the conductor. Right. Okay. The passengers objected to Ravi. No. The apples were given to Ravi free. The conductor wanted Ravi put the box of apples. No. So second one, third one, fourth are wrong. Only the first one is the right one. So now let's go to the next question. 93rd one. Why did the conductor allow the bus to continue on its journey or continue its journey? Why did the conductor allow this bus to move on? Why means here each of the passengers had only 1 apple each. No, the apple box was empty and the inspecting officers would not find a fault with them. This is the right one. The apple box is empty and the inspecting officers will not find fault with the conductor. Inspecting officers will come and say, why didn't you buy a luggage ticket for this apples, for this box of apples? So they will insist on him. They will find fault with the conductor, and this problem is no more. And that's why he allowed the bus to continue. So apples were hidden under the seat. No. Ravi bought a luggage ticket. No. She did not buy the luggage ticket at all. So here First one, third one, fourth one are wrong, and only the second one is the right one. And now let's move on to the next question. 94th one. Who showed love for the members of Ravi's family? Who showed love for the Ravi's family means who? Let us look at the conductor, no. The driver, no. The co-passengers of Ravi. They showed love for the members of Ravi's family. What did they do? They took each one apple. And after the bus reached Delhi, they put that apple in that apple box carefully. So in that way, the co-passengers of Ravi helped Ravi and in carrying the apples to Delhi. And in that way, they showed their love for the members of Ravi's family. One of the passengers of the bus, no. So third one is the right one. And now you move on to the next question. Identify the correct statement on teaching reading English. On teaching reading in English. On teaching how to read English. No, reading English. What's that? We must ensure that the pupils read silently with confidence. The very first one is the right one. The teacher must encourage the children or the students or the pupils to read it how? Silently. That's very important. You must read silently with comprehension. With comprehension means understanding the whole matter, the passage, the things that are in that matter. So, while understanding the passage, you must read silently. This is what the teacher must ensure. The teacher must ask the students to do this. So that's why the correct on teaching reading. This is the teaching in reading English means this is the one. Our pupils must read fast at the cost of comprehension. No, they should not be asked to read fast. At the cost of, moreover, understanding the passage, you must read fast. Means that's not the good thing. Our pupils must be taught to read slowly with 100%. No, don't read slowly, please. Silently you have to read, but not slowly. We must encourage our people to read aloud. No, you should not read anything aloud. So here, second one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the first one is the right one. And now let's move on to the next question. 96th one. Identify the correct statement in English language teaching. English language teaching. What is the correct statement? Let us choose it from the given options. Oral presentation, oral presentation, oral display, oral exhibition of the knowledge you have learnt must be followed by what? What? Oral presentation must be followed by reading by the pupils of the blackboard. No. Speaking by pupils. Yes. After oral presentation, you must start speaking. That is followed. This oral presentation in the class is followed by speaking. Suppose some sentence is practiced, some subject, okay, verb, okay, noun. This is there. Subject, B form. B form is there. Okay, subject, B form, noun is there. So I am, okay, a doctor. Some sentences are practiced here in the classroom. There's oral presentation. So the students are given enough practice, okay, adequate practice. After that, what should the children do? They should speak outside. They should speak it. After practice, they should speak it. So that's why oral presentation must be followed by speaking by people. This is very important. Writing of own sentence by the teacher, no. And reading the text by passages by people, no. So only the second one is the right one. All others are wrong. And now let's move on to the other questions. 97. In the deductive method of teaching grammar, the teacher dash. What does the teacher do? So you have in teaching grammar, no, in teaching grammar, there are two methods, okay, deductive, inductive. You know very well about these two things. Deductive means the teacher first gives the rule, explains the rule, and afterwards examples are given. That is the deductive method. In the inductive method, what happens now? First examples are given, then the students are brought to the rule, or the students are taught the rule. Okay, first examples are given, then the rule is taught. Here, rule is taught first, and then examples are given. So that is on the deductive and inductive. So here he is asking you to tell you something about the deductive method. What should the teacher do? The teacher should begin. The teacher begins with the rule, okay, and goes to give example. The very first one is the right one. Second one, third one, fourth one are wrong. gives a lecture on grammar functions, no, begins with eliciting examples, no, highlights the importance, no. So second one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the first one is the right one, right? And now let's move on to the next question. New English textbook materials are, so the students are prescribed new English textbook materials. Okay, English readers, that some additional books are new English textbook materials are for what? For intensive reading. Intensive means what? Deep reading. Okay, deep reading. Okay, extensive means exhaustive reading. Exhaustive means wide reading, additional reading. So extensive reading. So intensive reading, extensive reading. This is not correct, this is not correct. Intensive and exhaustive reading. So it should not be exhaustive but extensive. Of course, extensive, it should be extensive, because in these two things, exhaustive, intensive, intensive. So I think extensive must have been here. Intensive and extensive reading, these two are very important. If you simply read something intensively, and if you read something extensively, that doesn't do. Okay, you should read intensively as well as extensively. So that's why intensive and extensive reading, this is there. Or intensive, extensive means exhaustive again. That's why this third one and fourth one are, in my opinion, correct. And now let's move on to the next questions. 99th one. We teach poems because we want peoples. We teach poems, why? Why? To enjoy saying or reading poems and derive pleasure. To derive pleasure and to enjoy reading poems and to derive pleasure. This is very important. To enjoy reading poems and to derive pleasure. If you read poems, they give you a lot of pleasure. You enjoy yourself very much. So that's why the very first one is the right one. To appreciate poet and poems, no. To learn new words, no. To consolidate the language learned through prose passages, no. Second, third, fourth are wrong. Only the first one. What is that? Why are we taught poems in the school? Means we are taught poems only to enjoy them. We are supposed to derive pleasure out of those poems. That's very important. And right, therefore the first one is the right one. And let's go to the last question. 100th question, last question. In a test on cooking, a test is conducted on cooking, right? The following test item was included, and in that test on cooking, this following item is included. Whether that item is valid or not, we have to show that. What is that? Identify the price of an electric microwave. That question is given in that test on cooking. 5,000, 4,000, whatever it is. So this question is given. So now what the examiner is asking you is whether this kind of questioning in the test on cooking valid or not. Let us see that. The above test item is what? Not reliable, yes. Not valid, it's not valid. Not reliable, it's not reliable, it's not valid at all. This kind of question should not be posed in the test on cooking. So not valid, reliable. So here not reliable is wrong, reliable is wrong, valid is wrong. So these three are wrong. Only the second one is the right one. Because in the test on cooking, this kind of question should not be posed. This kind of question should not be asked. And therefore, this kind of question is not valid in this test on cooking. Okay, with this video comes to an end. Thank you. Hello, dear DSC candidates. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I'm going to upload some more videos very shortly. And very, very important videos I'm going to upload. Please try to watch all of them and try to benefit from all my videos. And for that, please subscribe to my channel and like them also. One more important thing is I'm providing my mobile number. If you have any grammar related issues, please text me on that WhatsApp number. So I'm ready to answer all of them. Okay, with another beautiful video, I shall be back to you. Until then, bye, see you all of you. Right.